32 BHDS J Flight by Jayco here at Haylett RV of Coldwater, Michigan. Generally, if you can tow it, this is the one everybody takes home. It's going to be $1 more than a lot of other things you're going to see out there. It's also going to have better equipment, better guarantees, better construction, and those are the things I'm going to describe as I go through this video. Every RV is the best for a different reason, but the J Flight from Jayco is the #1 selling family of travel trailers for 10 straight years, since '05 and counting. No other trailer has ever done that before. Question is why? And those are the things I'm going to describe as we go here. First of all, every Jayco always has a 2-year bumper to hitch warranty with first-year roadside assistance, even from their smallest pop-ups to their biggest fifth wheels and even their motorhomes. Generally speaking, this is going to have twice the warranty of anything else you'll see in this class. Now, in these 2016 updates, they have finally decided to make their product look as good as it performs. This is finally something that is as pleasing aesthetically as it is in functionality. You are going to have larger baggage door spaces here, and just to give you an idea, this is the 30-pound propane tank cover we have shoved under here under the bed. Now when you're under a camper, it's a good way to see how they're put together. This is all plywood. This is not particle board. This is not OSB, nor will you ever find that sort of material in a J Flight. We have more diamond plate, bigger diamond plate. You know, we have an integrated A-frame tongue. If you notice, the tongue actually goes directly through the frame. What this does is what's funny is it's not actually stronger, is what their engineers have found. What it does is it allows them to lower the entire deck of the RV by 3 inches, and that means 3 extra inches of interior height, because this is the same height as other trailers. They just use that space differently. So it's not a taller ceiling, it's a lower floor. Now, they made a couple very intelligent changes within their construction methodology that has lowered the weight of this coach. Last year these were coming in from 82 to 84 depending on equipment. This one just came in at 79.23. You know, it's still 2-year guarantee, still double the warranty as anyone else, still a fully walkable roof. They didn't go cutthroat construction, they just changed a couple materials to make that happen. Now I'm seeing some really sweet things on here. Now this might be an option. I have to double check my sheet because you know, I see a lot of trailers come through and I can get them mixed up, but a built-in accessory rack, you know, a receiver hitch on a travel trailer is not extremely common, especially a 2-inch receiver, not a 1-inch. So you're going to find extra intelligent features like that. They don't want you to accidentally overload your bumper, so they give you a place to put the bike rack. 32 BHDS does have an outdoor kitchen here. What's nice is even tall guys like me, I have the headroom I need in here to stand under this shroud all day and do some cooking and you know, not get my head you know, sunburnt or rained on or whatever. We're getting a bigger dad's medicine cabinet out here. You know, this is where you keep the barley pop and the soda and all that good stuff. I guess it just depends on what area of the country you're from. Maybe you call it Coke in Michigan. You know, we're practically in Canada, we call it pop. We have a bigger countertop area here in Jayco's outdoor kitchen, and they do leave a power outlet here, so you have room for a griddle, for a blender, for all that stuff. All of your lighting will be LED lighting, even here in the outdoor kitchen. You notice that even in the outdoor kitchen, their overhead doors have a strut to hold them open, and it's a nicer quality metal strut, not a plastic strut. It's those little differences that allow them to double the warranty as compared to a common manufacturer. One of the greatest parts of this floor plan is the fact that we have direct bathroom access right over here. Someone who's never owned a camper is going, why? And someone who's ever owned a camper before goes, oh, that is awesome. Because this is the #1 reason parents, grandparents, friends, family, kids are in and out of the camper all day, is to get to that toilet. And if you notice, listen, that's my wedding ring clinking off a nice porcelain stool there. This is a nicer grade stool. Notice that this door will not interfere with that awning. They purposely planned that out. We have a power awning. We also have better quality motors on our power awnings, power jacks, on the tongue, things like that in a J Flight. They do spend $1 more on those. Not only do we have LED lighting, it is mounted at the base of the awning, and it does run the entire length of the trailer. A lot of manufacturers are only using a 10-foot strip right in the middle, so that on their brochure they can say LED lit awning, but it's not the full length. It's not going to get you the illumination. Things like aluminum wheels will be an upgrade on J-Flight. On a 32 BHDS, we will tend to always equip them very similar to what you're seeing in this video. I say tend. Every now and then, you know, we'll just try an oddball one out here and there. Upgraded suspension system here. We're looking at a, let me block the sun, a MoRide CRE 3000 rubber dampening, shock dampening suspension system here. A couple years ago, this is the exact same suspension they used on their Pinnacle fifth wheels. They actually had to upgrade the Pinnacle to a 4000 versus a 3000 series. What that means, these axles have up to 3 inches of independent wheel travel before the whole trailer junks and jolts forward or back or whatever. It's going to be a smoother, easier ride. It's little detail stuff like this. Your stovetop hood does vent and exhaust outside. You'd be shocked how many trailers and fifth wheels do not do that. One thing I passed and I forgot about, it's a recent update at the time of this filming, but I can pretty much guarantee it will be standard, is the solar ready charging station on this thing here. What this is designed for is a solar suitcase, which is just a little handheld series of panels. You open up, like it looks like a suitcase is why they call it that. Open it up, put it by the tongue, and it trickle charges the battery. It is not made to what am I wanting to say, like run a refrigerator and air conditioner, things like that. Now, they made a couple nice, just small changes inside here that I love. First of all, your control panel is hidden behind this you know, door here right when you walk in. You got to see a picture of my head with the camera in front of it. My apologies. Anyway, so you've got just like kitchen switch, you've got living room switch. All your light switches are on one switch in one bank. Most family class travel trailers, you have to go through and flip all the lights on individually. It's not that that's a major deal, it's just one more thing you need to do. This is called the coffee interior, if memory serves me correctly. And that's one of those things I was saying. Now, our pictures might look very different in terms of fabrics from this video. Remember that this video is kind of generic stock footage. So we've got a tri-fold memory foam sofa here, not an airbed. This opens up to like a queen bed on its own. It is actually very comfortable. We have a king U dinette here. This folds down into about a 7-foot bed. You can actually sleep 1 or 2 adults on that if you are so inclined. 2, I will admit, would be getting very cozy. In a pinch, you could make it work. Now, check out a couple things here. First of all, the windows on the sides of the slide in a J-Flight open for ventilation. Secondly, this massive window here also opens. All of your windows in this are going to open for ventilation. You can get some excellent cross breezes going on. And other than just that one bank of lights, I really don't have a whole lot of lights going on in here. We're getting most of our interior light just from the outdoor ambient light. You're going to see nicer cloth shades in a J-Flight, not metal blinds. Now, what we're not seeing from the inside here, let me step back out real quick. You really can't see in that window very easily, but you can see out of it just plain as day. It's an 80% UV tint. It's keeping the sun from fading your furniture, but it is also giving you privacy. Now, things like this skylight above the kitchen in here is another reason we're getting a lot of light, so that you don't feel like an ant under a magnifying glass. It does have a little shade, so you can sort of kill that if you are so inclined. But the panel here itself is kind of marbled, so it's not too drastic. As long as we're looking this direction, let's look at kitchen storage, because this is a big deal. In a bunkhouse like this, if you can sleep 8 people, 10 people, whatever, you got to feed them. And not every trailer can do that. So we've got 4 big full extension drawers here. Indoors and outdoors, if there's an outdoor kitchen like there is on this model, J-Flight's going to have 4-sided, full extension plywood box constructed drawers. These are built better, last longer, hold more weight. They use better bearing glides here that are rated for more weight than most other manufacturers. There's going to be, I say most because there's going to be 1 or 2 guys that will do almost any of what I'm showing you, but I have not yet found anyone that does all of what I'm showing you. Like a big trash can bank right here. That's stuff a lot of manufacturers won't do for you, so you don't have to leave an ugly grocery bag tied to your cabinet on your nice brand new travel trailer, you know. We've got double power outlets right here on each side of that window, so you've got coffee makers and blenders and room for all that again. Now, because this camper is taller, remember I said it's 81 inches tall inside instead of 78, because the floor is lower, which also means a better center of gravity, which means easier towing. That means we have more headroom in the shower, more headroom in the bunks, more space in the cabinets, which is why they can get away with putting a shelf in here to double your cabinet storage space in the kitchen. Standard issue item, J-Flights and their ultralight brothers, the White Hawk, have an 8 cubic foot refrigerator freezer instead of a 6. This has 33% bigger fridge, standard. So other manufacturers have a 6 standard 99% of the time. They might offer you an upgrade to an 8 cubic foot like this one that you pay extra for. Thing is, now the guy's not building the same trailer the same way every time. Jayco's very big on consistency. It's called cookie cutter construction. Punch it out the same way every time, and you get quality and consistency as a result. Now we've got a good sized pantry here next to the refrigerator, which again, if you're gonna sleep this many people, you gotta feed this many people. That's what this whole thing is about. The extra 81 inch tall ceiling as opposed to 78 inch tall also means taller slide outs. Now I've seen some campers have a barreled or domed interior roof, and that's fine. They go up 78 inches on the wall. They dip up to 7 foot tall at the pinnacle and then back down most of the time. So they're taller in the middle of this trailer, but this is already tall enough. Unless you're extremely tall, you're not hitting your head in this already. And having 78 inch walls means shorter slide outs, shorter showers, shorter bunks, shorter cabinets. This is the #1 selling travel trailer for a lot of reasons, and that extra interior height is one of those. This does have central air, central heat. This is designed to keep your whole family comfortable, no matter where they call home. Again, we have that second door so the kids can come and go without tracking dirt all the way through the camper. We also do have a full-size skylight and protective shower wall paneling here. If we don't have that wall paneling, then the water that sprays off our bodies is going to water damage our own walls, and that's kind of the opposite of what you want to do. Big closet right here. Now this is another one of those reasons I put these videos together. It's not only explain what's under the skin, but show you the areas that are really critical, but a still photo doesn't really do justice for. Back here in the bunkhouse, I want to point out a couple things. This is a convertible futon sofa. You're seeing this from other manufacturers. Jayco started it. They're the reason this exists in the RV business. Now, one thing I want to point out when you go shopping around at other brands is compare the thickness of the pads and whatnot. Your Jaycos are almost always thicker and better quality materials. Not to mention, I love that covering on there. That looks fantastic. So, during the day, we have a sofa here. We have an extended second living room. If you're stuck inside when it's raining all day, mom and dad just got a sanity room where the kids can go and romp and play. And also, you can shut the door. This has a shutting door, not a curtain. When we need extra sleeping, there we go. That's all there is to it. Now, your Jayco bunks are rated for 300 pounds per sleeping space. So if it's a double bunk, it'll be 600 pounds. There's really not an instance of that in this trailer. All sleeping spaces will have their own windows for ventilation, as well as their own LED lights. And again, everything's LED. Now, these are Denver Mattress brand bunks. You have a Denver Mattress brand master bed, and this year they upgraded to the Teddy Bear series, which is just a really fluffy-like looking feeling. Now, their mattresses are still the same. They're 50% thicker than what you normally find in this business. They also hold up better and don't break down. You see that there's power outlets right next to every sleeping space here, and a big window on the back that's bright enough that it's fighting with my camera. We have a bigger ladder here. Jayco hand builds their ladders. They don't just like buy a generic ladder, so they're thicker, wider, stronger, easier to step on, and they purposely build this shelf back here to be basically the exact perfect depth for like a DVD case, because you have your own little entertainment center here and little electronic shelf. So again, if you are using this like a second bedroom or second living room or bunkhouse or whatever, because this could be anything you want back here. It's a convertible room. You can also have entertainment options, and you have good storage back here. Let's see. I think we pretty much killed the bunkhouse. Yeah, I think we're good. Moving forward. Big super slide, as you've probably seen already. Notice that they have minimal carpeting. You only have a tiny amount of carpeting in front of a floor flush slide, which is what this is, so that you don't have a toe kick. That's so the slide can kind of glide. The carpeting here, they're using Shaw carpeting. This is better grade carpeting. It's going to be more stain resistant. I didn't say stain proof. If you spill a cup of red Kool-Aid and you leave it sitting there, it's going to stain. I mean, that's going to happen no matter what. And again, good kitchen storage space here. There's a nice shot of all the storage right there. Big front entertainment center. And you notice that you do have privacy doors. You don't have curtains again. So everyone gets a hard door that closes. Electronics in a Jayco for this season have been upgraded to a full complement of Furrion electronics. Furrion is basically one of the highest grade producers of things like you know, TVs, DVD players, all the stuff you're seeing in this. Their electronics are made to be shaken harder before they fail, heated more, frozen more before they fail. They hold up better, because this is a violent experience when this thing gets towed down the road. It bounces all over the place. You need a higher grade component to hold up to that sort of abuse. Another thing, the Furion system here is high def capable, and to kind of testament to that, Jayco is including an HDMI high def cable. So RVs for years, you've been paying for years for high def televisions that couldn't get high def service because there was no high def signal connection. That is not the case in this Jayco. So not only are they including this extra cable, which you could get this aftermarket, it's going to be 20 or 40 bucks, but let's say you do buy that aftermarket on brand X. Tell me how you fish it back through that entertainment center. Jayco's done that for you. What you're going to have to do with other brands is either tear apart your entertainment center, which you don't want to do, or you're going to have an ugly cable draped clear across your entertainment center, which, again, you probably don't want to do. If you've had a bunkhouse and you've gone camping before, let me guess, you've got a big, big pile of shoes by the door. It's remarkable how many people think I'm a wizard because of that question. Because everybody does it. It's one of those things that we all have and nobody realizes or nobody talks about. They build you a shoe garage in a Jayco. It's the dumbest little thing, but it's the best little thing. This is the kind of stuff that makes your life so much easier when you go camping. Oh, another thing I forgot to talk about. It's hard to tell just from a video, but when people see this in person, I go, is this, oops, bad camera angle, sorry, bad camera guy here. Is this door bigger? And the answer is yes. Jayco uses wider doors. So if you're carrying stuff in your hands and whatnot, it's just easier. They have upgraded to a handy little remote control situation here, which I think the batteries are dead currently, but this is passcode connected, so the kids can't accidentally start fiddling things, but you can control slide outs, patio lights, your awning. So if you're pulling into a campsite alone, and let's say that there's maybe a tree in that back corner, you can walk around outside with remote control, and one person can see that that slide is clear of obstruction while running the slide in or out. Or, because this thing is smaller than they've been in the past, you can keep this in your pocket. Let's say you've been out with friends all night and you're sitting under your patio awning, and then nighttime starts rolling in. You don't have to get up. You can push a button off of here and light up your patio awning's patio lights. It's very cool. Again, Denver Mattress, Pillow Top Sleep System here. It's a residential name you've probably heard of before. They have an exclusivity agreement with Jayco. A few other manufacturers might have Denver beds. They're not this grade of Denver. That's the thing to remember. Anywhere that you sit or sleep in a Jayco, they spend more money than anybody else for a better experience. We have bedside stands on both sides of the bed. Both sides have residential outlets. That's that rectangle box you're seeing there. This side does have a little USB and 12-volt charging station. The other thing I want to show you here is the back side of the Jayco spinning TV is fully mirrored. Now, that's really cool for a couple reasons. When it's facing the bedroom or the living room, either way. First, it's not just plain panel wood. They finished off every single side of this trailer, not with the expectation of, oh, well, they're not going to look here. We don't have to finish that. Well, see, when you've got big windows on both sides of this bedroom, that extra light reflected off that mirror is going to brighten it up in there and make it not feel so small. When it's facing the living room, same effect. It's going to feel huge. And it's those kind of intelligent design features that make this the #1 selling travel trailer since 2005 and counting. This is the most competitive segment of the entire towable RV market. That is a remarkable achievement. Give us a call, 800-256-5196. Haylett RV of Coldwater, Michigan. Thank you, everybody. Take care. Stay safe. Happy camping.